We have taken Lalitha Sahasranama as the main crux of this. So when we talk about Sarvam Shakti Mayam, basically it's like who is the hero of the show? The whole show is around Shakti. Let's understand what this means. So if we watch a movie like Legend of Bhagat Singh, we see the same historical incidents. Anna, Bhagat Singh is the focus. He is the hero of the story. அதே மாதிரி சந்திரசேகர் ஆசாத் பத்தி ஒரு கதை எடுத்தா அவர் தான் focus. Though the same incidents are going to come in and come out. Correct? So the focus of the different Shanmata is that particular god. For example, just a second. I need the charger. So, for instance, let's take the Shanmata is Shaivam, Vaishnavam, not this, the laptop. Shaivam, Vaishnavam, Shauryam, Ganapatyam, Shaktam, and Kaumaram, right? So, Shiva, Vishnu, Devi, Muruga for Kaumaram. For Shauryam, it is Surya, Lord Surya. And for Shaktam, yeah, as I told you, for Shaktam it is Devi. For Ganapatyam it is Ganesha. So Devi is the source of everything. Devi is the player. Devi is the sink. Devi is everything in the Shaktam literature. Okay, so that is the place from which we are going to explain today, where Devi is everything. Sorry for that. We are taking Lalitha as the inspiration here and we are going ahead from there. So let's start with the very reason or purpose from which why Lalitha came. Okay. அது வந்து பாண்டாசுரனோட கதை. So first there is Tarakasura, Simhamukha and Surapadma, right? So they have to be evacuated. They have to be eradicated. So who can help with this now? Because they have a boon that only Lord Shiva's son can kill them. So who is Lord Shiva's son? Lord Muruga. But Lord Muruga has not been born yet because Shiva himself is living like a recluse or a meditation. He's not coming out of it. He's completely with himself. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு நிலையில இருக்காரு லார்ட் சிவா. சோ அவரை அதுல இருந்து வெளில கொண்டு வரதுக்காக எல்லாரும் சேர்ந்து மன்மதனை வந்து அப்பாயிண்ட் பண்றாங்க. சோ மன்மதன் இஸ் கோயிங் அண்ட் ஹிட்டிங் ஹிஸ் ஆரோஸ். சோ அந்த ஆரோவை அவர் அடிச்ச உடனே என்ன ஆகுது, லார்ட் சிவாக்கு முழிப்பு வருது. ஆனா அதுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி ஒரு டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸும் வருது. டிசையர் வரதுக்கு பதிலா டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் ஆயிடுறது. So what does Lord Shiva do? Lord Shiva immediately from his eyes he brings out the Agni and Manmata is all the Devatas coming running to Lord Shiva and saying, why did you do this? We wanted Manmata to wake you up from your meditation. That is why all this happened. But அவனையே வந்து நீங்க பொசுக்கிட்டீங்களே அப்படின்னு வந்து கேட்கும் போது Lord Shiva resurrects Manmata. He's bringing him back to life. Ana, as a package deal along with Manmata, there is one more Asura who is coming out, who is Bhandasura. So Bhandasura is also just like Manmata. Manmata is desire, but for the right reasons. But Bandasura is just the opposite of that. He is also desire, but born out of ignorance, born for the wrong reasons. So அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு ignorant desire தான் Bandasura. அவனை முடிக்கிறதுக்காக வந்தவ தான் Lalitha. Lalitha is born to finish off that Asura. Okay, so what do the Devas do? He, like Bandasura, has exceptional power. That is, whoever is standing in front of him for a fight, half their power will go to Banda, it seems, just like the Vali story, right? So because of that, what does he do? Lord Indra goes and asks Narada ji for advice. And Narada says, do a yajna, bring in all your senses, surrender it to Devi of the world, and Devi will give you a solution. So from the yajna, Devi is born, and that is Lalitha. So Lalitha looks very different. She has a very different kind of a setup. So அவங்க உட்கார்ந்துருக்கிற அந்த ஐக்கனோகிராஃபி பார்த்தாலே it is a little different. That is, there will be a big simhasanam. அந்த simhasanத்து மேல there will be Lord Shiva lying down. On top of Lord Shiva, she will be sitting down. Can you see that? Usually you see that Devi sits next to Lord Shiva, right? But or half and half. Ardhanarishwara. But here it is on him that she is sitting. So there is a line, there is one name of Lalita, the last name being Sri Shiva Shiva Shakti Aikya Rupini and Lalita Ambika. These are 999 and 1000th name in Lalitha Sahasranama. Let's understand the meaning, why this is. So Shiva is the substratum, but he is passive. எப்படின்னா நம்ம ஒரு தியேட்டர் போறோம். When we go to a theater, we see the movie. What makes the movie experience for us? We watch the screen. The screen is just there, but there is a projection on top of the screen, and the projection keeps changing. There is a sad scene, there is a happy scene. The electricity, the creative energy into making the scene, the projection, everything together is Lalita. She is the dynamic force. She is the one who is creating the play. But the one which is supporting all that, that substratum is Lord Shiva. So Shiva is just there because the theater, the screen does not feel, right? Or a violent scene, it does not cry. Or if it is a romantic scene, it does not smile. The screen does not, it is only a witness. It does not participate. Just like that, Lalita, the word meaning itself means a sport. So she is a play or a sport. She plays around with everything. So that play, Shiva is just lying down and watching. So அதுதான் வந்து Shiva Shiva Shakti Aikya Rupini. That is, without them both together, the experience is not complete. Correct? So to make the experience complete, you need Shiva also, you need Shakti also. And both of them together forms that. That is where this is being given. And so who is Lalita அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா, what is the seat on which she is sitting அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா, she has a simhasanam, and that simhasana is pancha brahmasthita. Pancha brahmasana மேல அவரு உட்கார்ந்து இருக்காங்க. Just a second. Okay, so she's sitting on 5 powers, 5 main powers: Shrishti, Sthiti, Samharam, Tirodhanam, and Anugraham. So Shrishti, Sthiti, Samharam is creation, preservation, and destruction. But Tirodhanam is the Maya Shakti. You know, one which is there, other illama kamikiradu, those kind of powers. And Anugraham is the blessing power. So that is where she is. And meanwhile, Bandasura is growing strong. He is creating a whole the city for himself, Shonita Pura, and Shukracharya is with him, and a huge army of soldiers, army of demons have been created. A city of demons are living happily by now. So Lalita is also getting ready her own army. Okay, so next onwards, we'll be seeing her army. Before that, we'll see what is she holding in her hand. So there is Mano Rupekshu Kodanta and Pancha Tanmatra Sayaka. That means Manas, her mind is that beautiful, sweet sugarcane madri, and that is her Kodandam or her bow. Okay, and she has 5 arrows, and each of the 5 arrows represents 5 Shakti. The Shakti before, that is the subtler form of the Panchabhuta. Panchabhutas are coming, correct? So the Panchabhutas are gross. So the wetness that forms water, the heat that forms fire. So it is one step before the formation of the Panchabhutas. So with her mind as that Kodanda, she takes aim and she shoots the 5 arrows, and from there, everything comes out. So the creation comes out of all of that. So that is where that is explained. The next one, we see a array of warriors, because this is a war scene. This is a battle that is going to happen. So we will start from the very end, that place where we are seeing first one of the incidents. One incident is caused by the commander of Bhanda's army. His name is Bahalaka. He comes and he has a special power given by Surya Bhagwan. So என்ன பண்றாருன்னா, கண்ணை திறந்தா அதுல இருந்து அக்னி வரும். So he can just shoot down anybody. So he was destroying the army of Devi. But that is when one of the Devis, one of the forms of the Devi, will come and close him, like blindfold his eyes. அப்போ என்ன ஆயிடுது? His own power will destroy himself. Completely he gets destroyed. So what it shows is, it is talking about anger, Krodha. So here there is a name, Krodhatkara Ankushojvala. So Devi is not using anger as an outburst, but rather anger is also used like an ankusha. What is an ankusha? It's a goad. Elephant they train an elephant to come in a straight line. Correct? So under goad to train the elephant, under ankusham. So she is using anger itself like a tool to correct minds. Okay, so Krodhatkara Ankushojvala. That is one of the characteristics of Devi. So let's look at two main warriors from her side. One is Sampatkari, the other is Ashwaruda. So Ashwaruda takes care of the horse cavalry. இது குதிரை படைய பாத்துக்கிறவ தான் அஸ்வாரூடா அண்ட் யானை படை தட் இஸ் த எலிஃபென்ட் பிரிகேட் பாத்துக்கிறது வந்து சம்பத்கரி. Okay, so let's talk about what are these two. So Sampatkari is an avatar of Devi's Ankusha. She uses the Ankusha to take care of the elephants, to discipline the elephants and train them for war. So what is this elephant representative of? It is representative of our five senses. So how do we train our senses? We block off what is coming into our senses. For example, naaka adakanona, to control the tongue, what do? We take vrata. We say, I won't eat this, I won't do that. So you're restricting on the outside. Similarly, we say digital detox. We won't look at the phone for 2 days, 1 day. So what does that mean? I am deciding what I will see and what I will not see. Correct? So that is for the eyes. That way, restricting the inputs into the five organs. அப்படின்றதுதான் வந்து sense control, or it is also called as dhamma. Okay, so that is taken care of by Sampatkari. And the next one is Ashwaruda. Ashwaruda, Ruda Dashi. பக்கத்துல போ ஆனந்த். Ashwaruda Dashi, Dashwa Koti Koti Biravrita. That means Koti Koti Kanakana, these horses are there. Okay, so it denotes our mind with crores of thoughts that are running through the mind, right? And the thoughts are running at the horse's speed, and the horse has to be controlled. How do we control the horse? Devi controls the horse with the pasha, with the rope that she has. So that rope she holds, she throws and pulls the mind close. So that is pasha. Using the Devi's pasha is Ashwaruda, and this is internal control. Somewhat may whatever be the input into our mind, it can come from our hands, it can come from our eyes, it can come from our tongue, but still the mind is in absolute control. So it is internal control, not external. So Dhamma means external control. Shama means internal control. That is mind control. That is like Ashwaruda controlling the horse. Okay, so right in the middle we have Bala. So Bala is the daughter. Bala is the daughter of Lalitha Ambika, and she comes from the heart of Lalitha Ambika. And she, because she's just a little girl, no? For 9 years old, so everybody is doubtful. Are you 9-year-old in war? Will she be able to take it? I mean, she should not go and fight and all. But Bala is very clear. He represents clarity of thought and purpose. So our ulla pora 30 of Bandasura's sons, she just finishes off in just one go and comes out. So avlo confident, clarity of vision and strength irukradhudhaan Bala, and that is the daughter of Lalitha. So the 30 of the sons also represents 3 mala, 3 important ahankara and bad karmanam. That means negative heart, negative mind. Adella vandu represent pandra 3 things irukku. 3 into 5 of our jnanendriyas and 5 of our karmendriyas. Mottama 10 organs of action and wisdom. And the organs into 3 vandu 3 into 10 makes it 30. So on the 30 malangal or 30 impurities she finishes off. Adha inge. Next we go to the last story on that line, which is about Ganesha. So Shakta tradition badi, how is Ganesha born? Okay, so basically there are 2 brothers of Bhanda. So one is called Vishanga, one is called Vishukra. Shukra means brilliance, brightness and all that. Vishukra is the opposite of that. So dull, crooked, நெகட்டிவ் இப்படிதான் யோசிக்க தோணும். சோ அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு கேரக்டர் இஸ் விஷுக்ரா. So what does she do? Basically, Vishukra is the one who goes and plants one yantra, Vigna yantra ன்னு சொல்லி, the one which causes obstacles. He goes and plants it in the fortress where all these Devi warriors are there. So what do? They get deluded. They start talking about, oh, are we really supposed to fight this war? Why don't we get some more sleep? Why should we follow so much discipline? What difference does it make? You know, Banda is bringing more and more of his army. We are not going to win this war. So, on the very demotivation, self doubt, all that is coming in. So, that is when Devi, when she hears about this, that Lalita, when she hears about her Devi saying all this, so she just smiles. And from her smile, little Ganesha is born. And that Ganesha goes and he just breaks that Vigna Yantra, and from then all these Devis, they come back to their senses. Till then, they were deluded. Now they understand the purpose completely. So he breaks all the obstacles and gives us that vision. He makes us regain that vision. That is Ganesha. So Adanalda avadukku Vigneshwarantra peru. And also Devi blesses him that everybody from then will first pray to Ganesha and then only to anybody else. So the same, that fact is remaining the same. But how it came about is a little different in the Shakta tradition. So let's go to the next line. The center has two important Devis. One is Mantrini, the other is Varahi. Okay, so Mantrini is supposed to be the prime minister of Devi. So Mantrini has the mantra Shakti. So let's talk about how Shaktam literature approaches Devi. Okay, it is like a Sri Chakra. So Sri Chakra, which is Sri Chakra center Devi. And from the outer, we have to traverse through all the shapes, all the obstacles we should jump over, we should go through, and finally reach the middle point. Similarly, in our body, the energies have to be directed towards the Sahasra Chakra, towards the top. So that is the basic philosophy there. Okay, so mantra Shakti, I cream. So those kind of mantras help you traverse through that chakra. And the chakra, Sri Chakra la போறதுக்கு அந்த மந்திரம் தேவை. ஆனா when we take a very Advaitic standpoint, we will talk about it as studying the scriptures, knowing the Veda. So only by knowing the Veda, we can defeat this guy called Vishanga. Who is Vishanga? Shanga அப்படின்னா attachment. Vishangana inappropriate attachment. அப்படின்னா என்னது? We should not be attached to our own things, our own laptop, phone, our own child. அதுவே will cause sorrow in the long run சொல்றோம் இல்லையா? But here, getting attached to somebody else's things. Somebody else's, like Ravana getting attached to Sita, whom he has no right over her, but still he is attached to her. அந்த மாதிரி inappropriate attachment finish பண்றதுக்கு scriptural knowledge is key. That is what can do the job. அப்படின்றதுக்கு தான் இது. The next Devi there is also important because she is the Senadipati, commander-in-chief of Devi's army. So she is Varahi. You must have heard about Varahi. So many types of Varahis are also there. So she is also riding a chariot. She represents Devi's Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti na action. So who is this Vishukra? Vishukra na tamas, ignorance. Ignorance வந்து தூக்கி போடணும், wickedness தூக்கி போடணும்னா correct positive action is required, and that is Devi's Kriya Shakti. Okay, so that is there. And next one is Sachamara Ramavani Savya Dakshina Sevitaye. So this is a very interesting name. Rama and Vani, that is Saraswati and Lakshmi. ரெண்டு பேரும் வந்து சாமரம் வீசுறாளாம் for Lalita. That means they are fanning her, they are pampering her. That means how great Lalita should have been. So Lalita here represents a higher and nobler vision. So only for a person who is of high and mighty vision, both wealth and wisdom will accompany and support the. We have two Devis there. Devis from real life. One is Ahilyabai Holkar and another is Jaswanti Ben. So Ahilyabai Holkar is a queen, but she was not from the royal lineage. She came from a shepherd's family. ஒரு ஆடு ஓட்டுறவனோட பொண்ணுதான் அவ. But she becomes the queen of the Holkar dynasty. Queen ஆனப்புறம் தான் வந்து மல்ஹார் ராவ் ஹோல்கர், அது அவங்களோட father-in-law. மாமனார் எல்லாத்தையுமே சொல்லி கொடுக்குறாரு. ரைட் ஃப்ரம் எப்படி டீல் பண்ணோம் ஆளுங்களோட, என்ன மாதிரி, ரைட் ஃப்ரம் ஹார்ஸ் ரைடிங் டு ஸ்வோர்ட் ஃபைட்டிங் டு பாலிடிக்ஸ் எல்லாமே சொல்லி கொடுக்குறாரு. எல்லாத்தையும் அவ கத்துக்கிட்டு 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 கிரேட் ராணி ஆறா. டெஸ்பைட் யூனோ அவ வீட்டுல வந்து மாத்தி மாத்தி டெத் வருது. தட் இஸ் ஹர் ஹஸ்பண்ட் passes away, her father-in-law passes away, her own son also passes away. So she doesn't have anybody to take over after her also. இருந்தாலும் அந்த ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தோட அந்த wisdom that she got from her father-in-law ஓட she continued. அது மாத்திரம் இல்ல, லக்ஷ்மி அவ கையில வந்து காசு பொருளுச்சு. எப்படி? she is the one who created wealth in that region. அவ வந்து இந்தோர் or மகேஷ்வர் அந்த ரீஜன்ல வந்து she was ruling. ஆனா she built more than 300 temples pan India, and that too important temples, not small small temples. இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற காஷி விஸ்வநாத் டெம்பிள், இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற ராமேஸ்வரம் டெம்பிள், புரி டெம்பிள், நேபாள்ல இருக்கிற முக்திநாத் டெம்பிள், சோம்நாத் டெம்பிள், காஷ்மீர்ல இருக்கிற நிறைய டெம்பிள்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து ரீஃபர்பிஷ் பண்ணி ரெனோவேட் பண்ணி கட்டுனது இவங்கதான். She could have thought about just her region, but she did not. She had that vision for the entire Bharat. So Saraswati and Lakshmi never left her. Both were on her side all the time. So the next one there is Jaswanti Ben. Jaswanti Ben vandu, she you must have heard about something called Lidget Puppet, right? Lidget Puppet na, that's a famous puppet brand. But these were the ladies who created it. She is a simple Gujarati housewife from Mumbai. 7 of them like her got together. They put some 70 rupees together and created a company. Their vision was that women should become self-reliant. They should not depend on anybody, especially housewives. They should be by themselves. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தான் ஆரம்பிச்சது. ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே today the company is a 1600 crore company, and she has a Padma Shri award, and 45,000 odd housewives work there, and that too from tier 3 cities and from villages. So எவ்வளவு பெருசானாலும் அவங்க அவங்களோட ஃபோர்சைட்டை வந்து மறக்கல, அவங்களோட விஷனை மறக்கல, எதுக்காக ஆரம்பிச்சாங்கன்னு. So that is why Saraswati and Lakshmi are always with her. Okay, to the end this side. So you can even come here or give it to her, she can hold it. Thank you. Okay, so this is Chanda and Munda. சண்டா அண்ட் முண்டான்னு 2 அசுரர்கள் இருக்காங்க. சோ இவங்க 2 பேரும் என்ன பண்றாங்க, இவங்க பெரிய பவர்ஃபுல்லா இல்ல, வெரி சிம்பிள் அசுரஸ். தே கோ டு தேவி, தே சி பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இருக்கா தேவின்னு சொல்லி அவங்களோட பாஸ் வந்து சும்பா. சோ சும்பாட்ட குடுகுடுன்னு போய் அவங்க 2 பேரும் ரிப்போர்ட் பண்றாங்க. யூ நோ வாட், ஷீ இஸ் சோ பியூட்டிஃபுல் திஸ் தேவி, தட் இஸ் வை யூ ஷுட் ஒன்லி மேரி ஹர் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாங்க. Okay, so Shumba is also saying, okay, bring her to me, I will marry her. So Chanda down poi Devi, our boss is like this, our boss is like that, why don't you come and marry our boss? அப்படின்னு சொன்னோன்னே Devi is saying, I am ready to marry anybody who defeats me in war. ஆனா என்ன வீழ்த்தணும், அப்பதான் ஐ கேன் மேரி அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே சண்டா முண்டாவும் திரும்ப போய் சும்பா கிட்ட அப்படி சொல்றாங்க. ஆனா யூனோ ஷீ இஸ் ஆஃப்டர் ஆல் அ ஃபீமேல், ஐ கேன் நாட் ஃபைட் வித் ஹர். நான் வேணா என்னோட கமாண்டர்ஸ் எல்லாரையும் அனுப்புறேன்னு சொல்லி ஒரு கமாண்டரா ஹீ சென்டிங். சோ ஒரு கமாண்டர் வரும்போதும் தேவி ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ரொம்ப எஃபர்ட்லெஸ்ஸா she is pinning down everybody, எல்லாரையும் வந்து வீழ்த்திடுறா. And that is how finally she comes down to Chanda and Munda. They also get killed by her, and Shumba also gets killed by her. But what is the point now? This Chanda and Munda, they might look like nobodies, but they were the messengers of Shumba. Like that, they are Raga and Dvesha. What is Raga and Dvesha? Raga means all our extreme likes. Dvesha means all our extreme dislikes. Our attachments and our aversions அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். சோ ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு, அல்ல எனக்கு பிடிக்கவே பிடிக்கல அப்படின்னு சொல்றது எல்லாமே ஓ இட் இஸ் ஹியூமன் டு லைக் அண்ட் டிஸ்லைக், ரைட்? அப்படின்னு நம்ம ஈஸியா அதை விட்டுருவோம். ஆனா அதுதான் வந்து நம்மள கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா கன்வின்ஸ் பண்ணி ignorance, that is Shumba is ignorance கிட்ட நம்மள அழைச்சிட்டு போயிட்டே இருக்கும். they keep taking us towards him. So that is where we should be very careful, we should be alert that this Chanda and Munda are going to take me towards ignorance. So as soon as possible Raga Dveshatha vidradhu dhaan better, and having a direct duel or a direct fight with ignorance is a better way to approach. That is what Devi did. So she has this name Chanda Mundasura Nishudini. So in the war between Bhandasura and Lalitha, right, mostly between 15th name to 84th name will cover that war. After that, till 1084 ல இருந்து 1000 வரைக்கும் and before 15, இதெல்லாம் வந்து different aspects of Devi, different other Puranas of Devi ல இருந்து Deviயோட names, all that will come in. Okay, because this is like 756th name. Okay, let's go down to the next level. Give it to him. So now we are going to see the first three names of Lalitha Sahasranamam. So this is Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, Srimad Simhasaneshwari. That is how Lalitha Sahasranamam starts. So we started from 1000th. Now we have come down to first. So what is the first name? It is the most fitting description of Mata because it says it is indivisible and immeasurable. இப்போ ஒரு பெரிய ரைஸ் ட்ரம் இருக்கு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், and ஒரு குட்டி measuring jar இருக்கு. So the measuring jar can only measure the rice. It cannot measure the drum because the drum is too big to be measured by a little jar. கரெக்டா? அந்த மாதிரி தேவிய வந்து மெஷர் பண்றதுக்கு ஒரு அளவுகோலே இல்ல. There is no tool to measure her. So that is why she is immeasurable. She is so big, so huge that she is immeasurable. Also, she is indivisible. So she is the one who is dividing duties and giving it to Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Adanala she who is dividing duties cannot be divided herself. So indivisible. Adha Sri Mata. And the indivisible or immeasurable potential நமக்குள்ளேயும் இருக்கு. அந்த பொட்டன்ஷியல் தான் நம்ம அப்படின்னு நம்ம எப்போ ரியலைஸ் பண்றோமோ, that is when we go up in our spiritual path. அதுதான் அங்க. Next one is about Sri Maharajni. So Maharajni na Maharani. Maharani, Maharaja. So what is the main duty of a Raja or a Rani? Protection. Protection of Dharma. Right? So here we are taking the example of Sumitra. Kaushalya Kaikeyi பத்தி நிறைய கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. ஆனா Sumitra is pretty rare. இங்க வந்து Rama is going to Vanavas. Okay, Lakshmana is saying, I'm also coming with you. Rama says, no, you should get your mother's permission. So Lakshmana is ஒரு மாதிரி hesitant, he is going to his mother. என்ன சொல்ல போறாங்களோ அப்படின்னு. ஆனா Sumitra hugs Lakshmana and says, such a noble promise you have taken, noble cause you have taken forward. ஆனா எனக்கு பர்மிஷன் கொடுக்கறதுக்கு 3 கண்டிஷன் இருக்கு, 3 conditions. First condition is ராமாவும் சீதாவும் தான் will be your father and mother, and wherever they are will be Ayodhya to you. Why is she saying that? Because he should not become homesick and 2-3 weeks அவர் திரும்ப வந்துட்டாருன்னா என்ன பண்றது? So don't become homesick, be with them only. That is number 1. Number 2 is don't follow them like a little brother. What will happen if he goes as a younger brother? Rama and Sita will take care of him. He won't be taking care of them. Correct? So that is the problem there. So go like a soldier. Protect your king and queen. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அனுப்புறா. The third one is the master stroke. What she says is, if at all I have to hear that something happened to Rama, அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே I should have gotten the news that Lakshmana is no more. Okay, that is anything that is happening to Rama should go through you. அப்படின்னு she's saying. I think this thing has gotten. Can you hear me? Yeah. So that is what she's saying. She's saying that Lakshmana has to be the barrier in front of Rama before anything hurts him. So inga enna pandra? Rama means Rama himself is Dharma Rakshaka. He is the protector of Dharma. So she is sending someone to protect Rama. So protector of Dharma. So there might be many people in this world. First is, of course, we have to protect Dharma. We have to stand up against injustice, stand up for justice. Yes, important. But we should also remember there are many people who stand up for Dharma. We have to support them. We have to protect them because those who are standing up for Dharma are losing their lives these days. So we should be there and support them at least. So that is the word here, Sri Maharajni. Next one. Srimad Simhasaneshwari. So Simhasanathila ukandirukkrava. The Simhasana itself means power. Power can be either misused or very nicely used. Okay. So very nice use of power is power of destruction she is talking about here. What is power of destruction? Destroying tamas. Tamasna, right from small thoughtedness and doubtfulness or not thinking big, all that is tamas only. So here we have the example of Jijabai and Shivaji. So Shivaji, right from a very young age, has been fully brought up by his mother, all her thoughts, right? So whenever he comes with an idea, she encourages that. Not just that, if the idea is too small, she makes the idea huge. Let's talk about some incidents. For example, Afzal Khan, an assassin, when he is made to come right from Afghanistan all the way to Pune just to finish off Shivaji. They are bringing him in. அவன் வந்து என்ன பண்றான் 10,000 soldiers ஓட he's coming in துவம்சம் பண்றான் right from Pune to everywhere else. He is destroying temples like Pandarpur, like Tulja Bhavani and all that. He's destroying idols. He's blazing villages. All that he's doing. So some of them are advising probably you should go and have peace talks with him or surrender or whatever. Ana, when Jijabai gets to know about it, Jijabai says, "You are my only son." Correct, then Shivaji is the only son, and he's the sole king of the emperor for the empire, entire Maratha empire. So be careful in what decision you're taking. But don't come back to Pune without his head. I want Afzal Khan's head hanging in front of our fort. So that is how she is. She does not compromise on the vision. So அந்த மாதிரியான ஒரு lady. And in fact, the Marathas quickly grew. Pan Bharat, look at the map. In such short period, avlo fast grow ஆறதுக்கு, she was the one setting the vision for them. If they come back happy winning a war, she'll be like, what about that fort? What about this fort? Who will go and get that? So that is the kind of mother Jijabai was. She never allowed the Marathas to relax. She kept them on their toes. அதுதான் வந்து destroying the tamas and keeping them active. So அதுதான் Jijabai அங்க. Next one. The last one there. So Karuna Rasa Sagara. The Karuna Rasa Sagara na என்னது பேசிக்கா வந்து compassion. A person of full compassion. So இது வரைக்கும் வந்து destruction, terror, இப்படி அப்படி பார்த்தாச்சு. இது complete motherhood, compassion. So here we take the example of Tilakavati Thayar. So Tilakavati is the sister, elder sister of Appar Tirunavukkarasar. He was a great Shaivite saint. Many Devarams, he's the one who sang. So when he was a young one itself, the mother and father passed away. So both of them became orphaned, but the sister was much elder than the brother. So she was almost like a mother to him. So what does she do? She gives up everything, her material life and all that. She becomes a Shaivite saint, Turavi Aidra. So ivanukkage vaazhara. She is taking care of her brother and taking care of the temple. That's all she does. So what happens is this Tirunavukkarasar, he is great with his words, and he's having a magnetic or a brilliant mind. So he starts reading this Jaina literature and all that. And when he's chanting or reading their verses, immediately he gets fame. Everybody starts talking about him. He's famous. He's well treated. So he gets a luxurious life and all that. So he grows very comfortable there. Not by conviction, but by fantasy. He likes that fantasy. So அதுக்குள்ள போயாச்சு. So he forgot Shaivism, he forgot his sister and all that. So one fine day, what happens? His sister is still waiting. One fine day, what happens? He gets a disease, and that disease is a stomach trouble, a very deep stomach trouble. And because of that, he's thrown out of the palace. The Jaina monks throw him out, and because it is untreatable and he's being a burden. So that is when he realizes the ones who took me to a palace and made me feel so luxurious are the ones who threw me out also. So this is temporary. This life cannot be permanent. So he goes back to his roots, which is his own sister, and Tilakavati takes him back in with a smile. She's not like, what happened till now? Why did you not think about me? All that. She takes care of him, cures him with the vibhuti of the temple. And finally, he feels indebted to Shiva and to Tilakavati for taking him back. So he goes around singing the songs of Lord Shiva. In fact, most of the Devarams were sung by him. So that is the Shaivite literature. Inniki Shaivite literature irukuna, that is because of Tirunavukkarasar. Ana Tirunavukkarasar நம்மளுக்கு கொடுத்தது is his sister's Karuna Sagara. So Karuna Rasa Sagara நம்மளுக்கும் வரணும், just like Mata. So that is the words there. And what is the benefit of studying the Lalitha Sahasranama, reading it so many times and all that? So this is the one. So this is one of my favorite names. It's called Swarga Apavargada. That means she gives Varga and relief from the Pa Varga. What is this Pa Varga? Pa, Fa, Ba, Bha, Ma. Pa vandu Punya Papam. Fa, Karma Phala. Ba, Bandham, attachment. Bha, Bhayam, fear. Ma, Maranam, that is death. So all these she is giving us relief from and finally taking us to her. So what else do we need? So அதுதான் வந்து overall Lalitha Sahasranamam. So Sarvam, Shakti, Mayam. So we started from the 1000th name and finished with the first 3. So this is the overall, yeah, that would be the overall. Thank you, Smriti. Thank you, Anant. So that would be it. Now you can all unmute and talk and all that. Irkingla, you can, yeah, can unmute, you can see. Yeah, you can do this. You all can log out. Hi, Auntie. வேத பிராப்தின்னு ஒரு கேம்ஸ் வந்து இவங்க பண்ணுவாங்க போலமடா கேம்ஸ்ல. So if you want to take a look at that, you can do that as well. Yeah. Thank you. You can unmute yourselves, I think. 1 second. Sorry. You can unmute yourselves now.
Unmute button.
Hariom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Super.
Very nice. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்ததுமா.
We knew so many things we have come to know. Good. Just we were reading it.
So Biksha, thanks for joining in. Oh, sorry, I am not able to hear. Yeah. Auntie, சொல்லுங்க திரும்ப.
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Shankrima.
So nice. நிறைய விஷயம்.
Hi, Radha.
Hey, Anu. Hi.
எப்படி இருக்கேன்? I don't, நான் இப்பதான் என் ஆபீஸ்ல இருந்து I just quickly joined. I don't know Zoe இருந்தா. I'm not sure what extent she listened to it. நீங்க ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணலா?
Yeah. I'll send you the recording. Don't worry.
Okay. Very good. Thank
Anybody
you very much.
who wants the recording can send a message. I'll send you the recording as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Amma vandirna Anu.
I'm so happy. I wanted to tell you I was so happy. Pesina Chonna, she said she came and I was very happy that you guys met.
She was the first attendant of the Golu.
Fantastic. Nala lifetime supporter, Radha, in every form.
Thank you, Anu. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you. Nice.
Bye.
May God bless you.
Thank you,
God
Lalata
bless
Amma. Please come home.
Hi, Sidhu. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you, Devi Auntie.
See you.
Subiksha, thank you for joining.
That was so good.
Thanks, Kanna. Thank you. So the main challenge was about, getting the Advaitic interpretation of the same, of the Lalitha Sahasranama. So that will be the angle of thought. Hope it was understandable. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Do send the recording, Radha. I'm looking forward to listening to it, yeah?
Sure. 100%.
Thank you, Ma.
100%.
Thank you. God bless.
Link
Bye.
anupren. Thank
Thank
you,
you very
everybody.
much.
See you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye. See you.
Bye, Ka. It's very
Bye,
nice, Ka. Thank you, Ka. Such a
Thank you.
opportunity.
Thank you, Darshan. Thank you, da.
அக்கா எனக்கும் ரெக்கார்டிங் அனுப்புறீங்களா?
எனக்கு ஒரு ஹாய் மெசேஜ் போட்டு விடு, உனக்கு ரெக்கார்டிங் அனுப்புறேன். ஓகே?
அக்கா நம்பர் இல்லையே.
Take it from my mother.
ஆண்டி நம்பரும் இல்ல.
வித்யா ஆண்டி கிட்ட கேளுடா.
சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல அனுப்புறேன்.
வித்யா ஆண்டி கிட்ட கேளு. வித்யா ஆண்டி கிட்ட.
ஓகே ஆண்டி, நான் கேட்டு
சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல என் நம்பர் இருக்கு. So you can reach out to me. Thank you, Indu. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Namaskaram. See you.
Ma'am, it gave us more insight about Lalitha Sahasranama.
Thank you.
Only with 3 names you have given so much. So for 1000 names, how much you will give?
அதுதான் ஒரு few names, 3 names இல்ல, ஒரு few names எடுத்ததுல so much has come out. There is so much depth to it. அதான். Okay. See you all. Namaskaram. Thank you. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Bye bye.
See you. Bye.